in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. 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 Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Y'all wanted the fire and you want the smoke. We got it for this show today. I got my buddy, my pal, the GOAT of this game, a guy who works his 2 points of contact off hardcore in this Lions game. We got Adam Baydoun for Woodward Sports. What's going on, man?
Oof, hell of an introduction. I love it. What's up, baby?
Hey, man, we gonna get at it. We gonna get some fire up in this mug. It's training camp time. It's finally real stuff that's taking place. Not just talking about it, but real stuff. Adam, man, you excited for training camp? You excited for football season?
I'm excited for football season. I mean, my God. Someone who does a show every day for 2 hours, I can only talk about Al Avila's fat ass for so long. So football season is a godsend. I'm so excited. I'm sure everybody is, but the Lions are, let's call it what it is. They're exciting right now. They're exciting.
You know what's really exciting, bro? I seen your Twitter, and you were standing up at Tiger Stadium, and I think you were saying, fire Al Avila. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I almost fought the guy in front of me. He's being a douchebag. He told me to go home, and why would I come to a game if I was going to complain? So I got into a little heated argument with him. I told him to go fuck himself. So,
hey, that's the best thing to do, man. Do you not say
who you are? What are you, team's 20 games under 500. Like, what am I supposed to do? Say you're doing a great job?
Hey,
Unbelievable.
Well, we're here to talk Lions, and training camp's taking place. I don't know if you've been paying attention. I'm sure you have been big time regarding what's going on. But so far, what is one takeaway that you've noticed in 2 days of training camp for the Detroit Lions?
I think the biggest one is Dan Campbell as a communicator. He's a lot better this year than he was last year. Look, the guy comes in, is a quote machine for media. We absolutely love it as people who, do this for a living, but you're kind of like, well, I'm not used to this. This is new. This is different. I'm not sure how to react to this. And then they start 0-9-1 and you're like, I'm going to fucking kill myself. But, the season progresses. They make some good decisions. They go into the offseason, have a hell of a draft. And then you get into training camp and I notice, well, hey, this guy is really well spoken at the podium now. He's still energetic, right? He's still kind of like super everybody about culture, love, respect, getting everybody on the same page, that's his thing. That's cool. But he's like super comfortable at the podium now compared to last season. I noticed a lot of uhs and a lot of timidness and uncertainty in his speech last season. This training camp so far, every time he's gone up to the podium, very sharp, funny, engaging, energetic, everything you kind of already knew about him. But I think there's a certain level of communicating you have to have as an NFL head coach. And I think he checks the box there. I really do. I'd put him, not that people rank this, but if you were to rank communicators in the NFL, he's got to be top 12.
Yeah, mate, you make a great point right there. Very comfortable, having fun, having a good time, answering the questions. Yesterday he did a press conference where the phone rang. He just stopped, looked at the guy, started laughing, didn't know what was going on there. Being comfortable is,
man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was hilarious. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. It's better than Matt Patricia telling somebody to sit straight up when you're talking to me.
Honestly, like that, I basically had a very similar comment on that because when Corey posted his video, Dan was like poking fun at how many times he got an opportunity to ask a question. And I'm like, if that was Matt Patricia, he probably like storms out and throws a shit fit. And look, you're in the NFL to win football games. I know that's obviously the end goal, always, always, always win, win, win. But if you can work somewhere and you're treated well and the people that are operating and running the company treat you well, that's a win-win situation. And if you have success, oh my God, it makes it even better.
Yeah, 100%, man. Having, and being around that situation where you're around an environment where you're not micromanaged, you're not being treated like a child, is a much improved environment, and we all know that. If you get treated like a child, it really is frustrating, and you just want to beat the hell out of the person. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to utilize that person as a punching bag, because that's just what happens as human beings. What'd you think about Melifonwu becoming a safety now at Will Harris corner?
Interesting, but I think it works. I think in the system that the Lions are going to play, you need speed at the safety position. They're going to be in a lot of coverages where they're going to have to make up ground. And I like Will Harris moving a corner. I like it. I like the move. They're deep. I would say they're deep now, right? You look at the secondary. And look, let's call it what it is. There's no corner in the NFL that can guard a wide receiver for 5, 6, 7 seconds. It's just very hard. But the secondary is a little promising. I would say that if the defensive line shows up this year, which I really, really need it to be and hope it is, if it does, I mean, you could see 2, 3 corners this year who probably earn a nice contract.
100%. I feel like the secondary is much better than what people give it credit for. Looks like Jeffrey Okudah is already doing good the last 2 practices. It's him being healthy, I think, is the most important part. Amani Oruwarie, absolute stud. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's the thing with Okudah. He was a top, I would say, confident saying a top 10 talent easily coming out of that draft. Easily. Talent's there. Speed's there. The ability is there. I'll give him for how he performed under Patricia. I can. And that's my right. That's the only footage I have of him. Sorry. Having said that, though, I think it's fair to say under Aaron Glenn, better coaching, I think he'll be better. Is he a bust? He is right now. He just is. That's not going to change until he's on the field playing much better. So the thing with Okudah, it's not really personal. It's can you be on the field? And when you're on the field now, can you perform? And I hope so. Because that means if he's playing good and other players are playing good, well, that means this is a good football team. And if you have a good football team, last I checked, game football team. So,
yeah, 100%. And I think that media even is starting to really jump in line. I listened to a couple, big heads last couple days, and they're expecting the Lions to make an improvement to 7, 8 wins. Not this idea that we're going to be a 3-win football team this year. Vegas has us at 6.5. I'll take the over, and I would suggest everybody else there take the over on it. I think if they was to get 6 wins, it'd be an absolute disappointment. And I think you and I would have a field day on our shows talking about these young punks if they're that bad.
If I'm honest, and I like to be honest 99.9% of the time, but I could accept 6 wins if you showed me the context where it makes sense, right? So, you lose Goff for 5 games. You lose Hutchinson for 6. Jameson Williams re-injures himself and he's out for the season. And let's just say you have an abundance of obstacles that just hit your way, similar to last year a little bit. Well, then 6 in context, actually not that bad. I can accept that as improvement. But a healthy team, most of the team available, over 17 games, I think the minimum is 7. I can totally see 8.
100%. I concur completely. Let me know in the comment section if you like Green Bay. If you don't, put hashtag FGB. You know what the F stands for? GB stands for Green Bay. Show your appreciation to that team over there in Green Bay in the comment section. Also, if you've not hit that like button, smash it right now. That's a good thing to do. Continue on, man, with training camp. A lot of expectations. People were talking about Malcolm Rodriguez. This guy's going to be a starter. So far, he's practicing with the 4s and the 3s, just like I thought they would. Do you think this is – what do you think's going on with the linebackers here, man? What's your Malcolm Rodriguez take?
My Malcolm Rodriguez take is if he was a few inches taller, he's probably taken where Nakobe Dean was taken. The guy gets to the ball. He can tackle. He's the kind of linebacker on your football team. Considering the worst linebacking corps in all of football, I think that's where the excitement from the fan base and a lot of people come from. We have people here who are super high on him, and I get it. But Alex Anzalone is going to be one of the starters. Jarrad's probably going to be a starter, even though I don't think he should make the team given his history, but whatever. The question I have is, what does Derrick Barnes look like this year? Derrick Barnes showcased some flashes in preseason last year, and throughout the season kind of hit and miss a lot of the times. What does he look like in year 2? Is he going to improve? Is he going to take a step forward? And if he does, that alone is, for me, is enough. I don't need Malcolm Rodriguez to jump into the lineup and be their best. If he's their best linebacker, there's a problem. Now, could he be special? Could he be a top 12, top 15 linebacker? I don't know. That'd be amazing. But he's undersized, and that does play a role a little bit. Can he overcome it? We'll see. But the linebacking core is a disaster. If anything, it's the biggest concern with this football team.
Oh, yeah, there's a big concern. And they're switching people out left and right now so far in training camp, as expected. Getting Derrick Barnes in there, Chris Board getting in there. I mean, it seems like a little bit of an issue. It's something we all knew. We all knew coming in there that the linebacker core. But another issue is Joshua Paschal. He had hernia surgery. What is up with this?
So they did a decent job with this, but he'll be okay. He'll be okay. I know the immediate reaction can be with second rounders, but if anything, I don't see an issue. He'll recover. He'll be fine. This is common. This is not the end of the world. If he tore his Achilles or, we found out he had knee tendonitis, all right, maybe we have a different problem here. But this is a non-issue for me. I'm not expecting Paschal to walk in and get 6-7 sacks year 1. So he's a guy that I think has uber talent. I think by next year forces his way into 70-80% of the snaps. But this year, you're going to see him in the interior. They're going to try him out in the interior. I'm very confident of that. And then we'll see what Charles and Aidan do on the edges, along with Aquara. They're going to have options. I think that's something we have had in a long time with the Lions. Even if they're not the best options, you have options. And that flexibility, I think, is really going to be a big reason why you see this team really take a step forward defensively.
You just talked about Aidan Hutchinson. Now, he pulled a move on Penei Sewell today. Got the best of Penei Sewell. We love Penei Sewell. I think he's great, but it just shows what the hell we have in our
If I'm honest, I could not believe, and I don't know why Aidan got the rap he did coming out of college, but that was the number 1 player coming out of the draft. Consensus. Every team in the NFL agreed on that, except the Jaguars. And God bless them. I can't thank them enough. I hope they fucking suck dick for the next 15 years with Trayvon Walker. But Aidan has the wingspan, the speed, the versatility, the aggressiveness, the attitude, the work ethic. He checks all the boxes. And the fact that you got him at 2, I mean, that to me is unbelievable. I think the Lions have been very fortunate under Brad Holmes. They've been fortunate under Dan Campbell and Sheila Hatt. And you need to be fortunate sometimes. Penei Sewell falling to 7, that's fortunate. Thank you. God bless. Honestly, Aidan falling to 2, I think this guy is a lock for Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's a home run draft pick.
Let me know in the comment section, do you think that Aidan Hutchinson will be Defensive Rookie of the Year? Y for yes and N for no. I think he will too. I think he's a lock to get it. He's the best player in this. What's that?
Fun fact. 5 out of the last 6 rookies selected number 2 overall as pass rushers, have won the award.
And
The only one who didn't was Chris Long.
It's going to trend. It's going to trend again this year. So I think he's a
You,
lock. When you're getting the best of Penei Sewell, you're getting the best of our offensive line. That means you're doing something right. And this offensive line is absolutely a beast. Well, think about beast too. Today, DeAndre Swift beasting out of the backfield, looking really good as a pass catching running back. Looks really well in shape. Obviously, we heard about the rumors of him getting in shape, getting better. Oh, man. If he can stay healthy, Adam, if he can stay healthy, could this be a hell of a year for Swift?
Swift, the sky's the limit with Swift. He can catch balls out of the backfield. He's every fantasy football owner's dream. But for a football team, I mean, I envision a 2nd and 4 situation. You line up, 2 tight end set. Looks like a run. Bootleg out with Jared Goff. You know the options you have as an offensive play caller with that scenario? You can boot out, dump it underneath for an easy first down. You can call a deep shot down the field. Or you can roll out and actually do a screen to the opposite end to DeAndre Swift and see where that, like, my God. Like, I get so happy thinking about Ben Johnson and even Dan Campbell really leading this offense going into the year. They have so much flexibility. And if DeAndre Swift is healthy, I mean, fantasy-wise, he's a top 5 back easily. But what it means for the Lions, it means the Lions are going to be very difficult to play against.
100%. And you get that run game. You have that ability to get play action. You have all of that in there. It's going to smoke the hell out of defense, and there's going to be a problem. DJ Chark right now, Jared Goff, the connection has been sharp on a consistent basis. That's all we're hearing. What do you think about the news, of that, as well as all the wide receivers? Cephus lighting it up like hell. It's better than last year.
Cephus is a practice warrior, man. I mean, he always shows out in practice, sometimes even in the preseason. When's he going to be ready? When's he going to produce? But I'm not even going to pay attention to Cephus. I think Chark is what he is. I think it was a good signing. I hope he has a successful season. Hope he gets the bag after. But more than the receivers, more than Cephus, more than any individual, I look at Jared Goff. And I say to myself, I think he's a bridge quarterback. But that doesn't mean he sucks.
Yeah.
I think you can win a division with him. I think you can win playoff games with him. Dare I say you can get to an NFC championship game with him. A lot of factors have to be considered into that scenario. A very good head coach, a very good and talented roster. But if I told you 3 years from now, Mike, hey, FYI, Brad Holmes, he's going to get the talent. I don't think we're going to have a talent issue 3 years from now. The issue we're going to be talking about is, do you have the quarterback and do you have the head coach? And if you have the head coach and Goff is still your quarterback, this is a division-winning team and a team that should be winning multiple games in the playoffs.
Talk about Jared Goff. You got the Goff truthers, you got the Goff haters, and you got kind of like you and I, we think he's a good quarterback, a bridge guy. When it comes to conversation, you have fans that saying you can't talk bad about Jared Goff. Everything is perfect about him. Elite arm. He's the greatest quarterback to ever exist. Why is it such an issue to say he's a bridge quarterback or he's a good quarterback? Why is that such?
Because people don't like to be wrong. People don't like to be wrong. People like to think they know it all. Nobody knows it all. And I think one of the things we have to remember is you traded Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff. And the Rams were so desperate for a quarterback that many of the same people thought was a bum. They offered you 2 first-round picks. That tells me that Sean McVay just gave up on Jared. And not only did he give up on Jared, I think one of the other things I noticed, and it was really from an interview with Andrew Whitworth, where he said Goff was kind of still learning. He didn't really have his voice yet. Matthew was in Detroit for 12 years, experienced every aspect of the game, good and bad. And he walked in like, hey, I think we should do this more. I think we should do that. I'm more comfortable with this. And that comes with experience, right? You don't typically have a rookie, a 3, 4, even a 5-year vet run the offense, especially with a guy like Sean McVay, Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes, God bless him, maybe he's an exception. Maybe Joe Burrow, maybe Justin Herbert, but it doesn't typically happen. So with Jared needed to move on. They needed to move on from Jared. They won the trade, and so did we. We got our 2 first-round picks. They got the quarterback thought could get them to a Super Bowl. They won it. Good for them. We have our picks. One of them resulted in Jameson Williams. The other may result in your future franchise quarterback. So I think the Lions are in a good position. I think that's the way to look at Jared Goff. You're in a win-win situation with Goff. If he sucks, you're picking in the top 3 this year. You're going to get your quarterback. If he's good, you're going to you're going to have optimism. You're going to look at your coach and say, okay, maybe he's the guy. And then you're going to look at Goff and say, all right, kid, you can throw the ball. How about we keep you another year, maybe even 2 years, and we sit our rookie core about to trade up and draft for, and he can sit a year and then take the reins over. I mean, this all just looks like a win-win situation to me. The only losing situation I see is if he plays bad, Dan Campbell just looks like a disaster, and then they mess up maybe drafting their next quarterback. That's hypothetical. That's unknowns. I can't work like that. What I know is that Jared Goff is a capable quarterback. I'd put him middle of the pack. He's average, and you can win in the league with average. Ryan Tannehill, number 1 seed last year, average quarterback. So, I would love to have a Justin Herbert, would love to have a Joe Burrow, but I know I don't need one because I see teams with good head coaches, good GMs, making the playoffs almost every year.
Yeah, everything you said is 100% facts. And so what I always tell my guys is just sit back and enjoy it. We'll find out this year what the hell happens. Like you said, if he ends up being terrible, we're going to be able to pick a quarterback real easy. This is the year of the quarterbacks in this draft. There's a lot of good quarterbacks in the draft. If we great, hell, we're going to go potentially to the playoffs. I mean, if he elevates the game and with all the weapons that we have, so what is the big problem? Sit back and just enjoying whatever the hell happens. It's a win-win situation. You got draft capital, okay? If you need to go ahead and get
patience.
What's that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think people like patience.
Patience. We need patience.
Yeah, look, I know this has been a losing franchise for 62 years, all right? We're all aware of it. We all know the mantra. But you need to be patient. You have an opportunity to build a football team that not many teams are able to build. Top 5 offensive line. You may have a top 3, top 5 edge rusher a few years from now in Aidan Hutchinson. You may have potentially 2 number 1 wide receivers at one point with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. You may, who knows how they play, but let's say a top 7 tight end, a top 7 running back. You are going to be loaded on offense. And if I'm a rookie quarterback walking into that situation, I'm happy. Patience. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. You're just not. That shouldn't be the expectation. Can you win a division with Jared Goff? Yeah. That relies on your coach being the right guy.
And hell, we haven't won the division ever. We've not won the NFC North ever. So I have the expectation.
I haven't been alive long enough to see an NFC North division win.
Oh, man, I'm with you, man. I'm 37. I ain't seen nothing in my life. So yeah, I think we could be a little more patient, just a little bit more. Look, whatever happens with Jared Goff. I'm fine either way. We have the ability if we need to get a quarterback with these draft picks. You got a ton of draft picks. I give the odds pretty high Aaron Glenn gets a head coaching job. That's another 3rd conditional round draft pick that we'll get this year. So you'd have 2 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks, a second-round pick. If you needed to get a quarterback, you can get your quarterback. If he is great, hell, let's use one of those draft picks and then turn around and get a linebacker. Because right now the linebacker position is a little bit cheeks, if you ask me. But all in all, ain't no reason to get all hot and bothered over Jared Goff and go crazy and insane because you don't think he's a top-notch guy or you think he is. It's just, it is what it is. What is one positional group you're really paying attention right now for training camp? A lot of camp battles going on. What is the group that you're saying, I'm watching this, I want to know what the hell ends up?
I'm watching every snap of the defensive line. I need to see it. I need to see it. When I would rather the reports coming out of camp Everybody talking about how the offensive line is struggling. I would love to see that, because if that defensive front is wreaking havoc, stopping the run, getting to the quarterback, my God, that is music to my ears.
Yeah, defensive line really, really important too. I mean, we know our offensive line is strong, stout. Defensive line, we invested a lot of capital into it regarding last 2 drafts, even trading for a Michael Brockers, Levi Onwuzurike. So if you can get that defensive line to stop the run, get after the quarterback, live up to its potential, you can get all these turnovers that we've not had on defense. Turnovers win you football games. We do got players such as Amani Oruwarie, who's good at getting picks. We got Kerby Joseph, who's really good in college getting picks, and Deshaun Elliott, very hard-hitting safety. So we need that defensive line to live up to its potential. We 100% need that to live up. Who is a guy in the defensive line that you think could be better than maybe advertised right now?
On the offensive or defensive line?
Defensive line, sorry.
Ooh. Better than advertised. I mean, it's got to be Alim McNeill, right? I think we all have clear understandings of what we expect from Aidan. We understand what Charles Harris brings. We understand what Aquara can bring. I think if McNeill becomes a disruptive force on the interior, I think that's the choice. That would be a major plus.
Twinkle Toes himself, and he continued to grow. He was a really stout defensive lineman for us last year, and he continues to get raves this year. Folks, it's your time to ask us questions. If you want to ask the GOAT, Adam Beydoun, you go ahead and let me know in the comment section. Do a hashtag Lions, hashtag FGB, hashtag F Matt Patricia, whatever it is, hashtag it, lets me see it. I can answer it. If I miss your question, I'm not being an a-hole. It's because I missed it. Shout out to Adam Beydoun. This guy, I'm telling you, folks, you have no idea the amount of hours this man works building his brand, building Woodward Sports. It's tough on these streets, and he's hardcore at it. So whether you agree with his opinions or not, huge shout out to him. Let me know in the comment section. Follow him on Twitter, Adam Beydoun. Right there, as well as obviously Woodward Sport. Everybody knows who the hell he is, man. He's the man with the tie, with the great hair.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, I wish I had your hair. It is a little bit of jealousy factor.
Oh my God.
I think about.
Dude,
I think about it every day, man. I'm like, I wish I had Adam's
bitch.
hair.
It's a bitch. When you wake up with this kind of hair, all right, and you got to decide, all right, well, like if I wash this, I have to spend a ton of time brushing it, and then I got to put whatever product in it. Oh my God. I would love to just go to work every day, wear a snapback, and like nobody would judge me.
Hey. Well, I considered getting a tattoo, tattooing hair on my head. Go to a pro.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Oh, that would be brilliant. That's a great idea. Yes. Honestly, I might get a tattoo this year. I might do something stupid. We'll see.
All right, get a tattoo of Dan Campbell's face. I think that would be an excellent tattoo.
Where do I put that? Like above my crack?
That's exactly what I put it at. Hashtag butt crack tattoo, man. Put that in the comment section. Adam, you going to the party on Saturday? There is a party again. Yeah, a meet and greet with Jerry Jacobs and Dan Miller. I'll be there as well. It's the Detroit Lions podcast, guys.
Where's it at?
I will tell you right now while I kind of blow it up here. So, this is where it's at, folks. It is at Uptown Grill in Commerce Township. Tickets are $35, including dinner, door prizes, and all sorts of fun. Party.Detroit Lions podcast. So that is where it's at. Make sure you guys go there. Right now, last time I heard from them, they had 40 tickets still available. So I'll be there, man. Have a good time talking with these guys.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Honestly, I might have to stop by. I might buy a ticket.
Yeah, absolutely. Buy a ticket.
I'll
Let
be
them know.
here anyways. I'll be at
Yeah,
the
if you're here
studio.
anyways,
so
man.
not far of a drive.
Yeah, I'll be there. Man. I think I'm gonna get there a little bit early, help them set up, and get this thing going. But it'd be a fun time having Adam speaking to Jerry Jacobs and Dan Miller and getting this thing going. So I think that'd be fun. I think the people would love it. What do you think about?
No, book it. You know what?
Go ahead.
You got to put that link in the chat, and I'll
Right.
or just text me after the stream.
I'll text you after the stream. I'll do that after the stream.
Yeah,
So
consider it done. I'll be there.
Adam Baydoun will be there as well. You got you got some big dogs up in this mug right there. So that'll be real fun. I think that'll be epic. Do you think what do you think of quarterback Will Levis in the 2023 draft? Look, I like him right now. He's a little bit older. I want to see what he does this year. And the expectations is he's going to fly up draft boards. He's going to do really well out of Kentucky there, and I think he will. I think he's going to live up to the potential. I think he could potentially be a replacement, but right now, until we see football games, I'm not willing to say anything because we've seen like Spencer Rattler last year kind of blow off and suck. So it just takes a little bit of time. What do you think about potentially getting a Will Levis as a quarterback for the Lions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm big on any quarterback at the moment. We don't know yet. We'll see how the season plays out. But what I'll say on Levis is he has one thing that I don't think any other quarterback in the country has. And that's the schedule he has to go through. You're going to see him under duress, under pressure at Kentucky, playing a lot of tough teams. So he's in for quite the season. If he performs, I'm not saying he's going to be Joe Burrow, but people will look at him and say, damn, an older quarterback, late bloomer, final year in college, balled out with that schedule, with that team. I mean, he has a chance to skyrocket on boards.
Yeah, right now they list him as number 3. He'd probably go to number 1 if the season works out really well, just like you're saying, a Joe Burrow type situation. Wisconsin.
I mean, you have to think how difficult. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
I was just going to say how difficult it's going to be to jump C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. I mean, but he has that window. He has the opportunity because his schedule.
100%. 100%. # Wisconsin. What would you like to see in the next year's new Lions uniforms? I would like to see the William Clay Ford part gone, and go to black. Maybe get some black uniforms. What do you think?
Yeah, the black, easy choice. Everybody wants the black. You know what? I want the all whites gone, and I want William Clay Ford off of it too. Sorry, Sheila, but fuck that. We don't need that on there anymore. Get rid of the all whites. I would love to see an upgraded home jersey. Yeah. I would love to see the more 90s blue with today's technology, with a matte finish. They really could win me over to that blue and silver for home would be fantastic. For the away, I would go blue pants, white jersey, and dare I say a white helmet or a blue helmet, who knows? They got to try something new. For the alternate, I'm with you. It's got to be the black jerseys.
Where would you rank Tracy Walker among all safeties in the league? Where do you think he will end up by the end of the season? Where do I rank him?
I think right now he's top 12.
Okay.
He's top 12, top 13, maybe at the furthest you can put him back, but definitely top 12 for me. By the end of the year, all right, let's say he goes out and has a really good season. Well, you're probably talking about a top 9, top 8 top 8 safety. That's something.
Mike, will Tim Boyle get a snap this season? I messaged you on Facebook his rookie for you. I will give you $50 if you get a tattoo saying Tim Boyle is my favorite Lions quarterback ever. Yeah, that'll never happen. That would be a tattoo on my anus. I think that'd be a good spot to put it if I was to get it. Look, man, I hope he doesn't get a snap here. That generally means Jared Goff got injured. I don't want Jared Goff to get injured. Or if only way I want to see him get snap is preseason, and if we're way ahead in a game, and you're just you're just going ahead and letting your second string get in there so you don't hurt your quarterback. Which player do you think might be underrated on our team going into the new season. Ooh, who do you think's underrated, Adam?
I mean, I want to say the easy answer is Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't think we're talking about a guy whose catch rate is top notch in the NFL, who had arguably as good of a 6-7 game stretch towards the end of the year as Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and I think he was only outdone by Cooper Kupp. That end of the season was just unexpected, amazing. I don't think he's being talked about. Hell, we're not even talking about him in camp. Nothing,
Yeah.
not a word. We've talked today about DJ Chark and fucking Quintez Cephus.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. That's insane to me. So, yeah, it would be St. Brown for me.
St. Brown's a beast. He's absolutely a beast. I can't wait to see in training camp because he's an aggressive dog. He likes to really wrangle up with last year's Jeffrey Okudah, so I want to see that again. I love watching that fight and that dog in him. How long will Paschal take to come out from his hernia injury? I have no idea. There is really no information on it. What do you think, Adam? Because I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I know he will be ready for the regular season. That's an easy one.
Okay.
I would say at the most he misses the first preseason game.
Well, that's not bad at all, in all honesty. I'd like to see that. Do you feel Hard Knocks a distraction for these young players? I don't really know. Well, our head coach is Dan Campbell.
Jamaal Williams and their head coach. I mean, that's enough of a goddamn distraction.
You got Dan Campbell. He's been thriving off this.
Oh, yeah. No, I think Hard Knocks is great. I love it. I'm down for it.
Mike, do you realistically believe that we can beat Philly game one? Also, would you see the Lions having a better second half of the season as we did last year? I don't have the Lions winning that game. That's just me. I think we take that L there. What do you think, Adam? Can we pull off that win week one? You're probably going to say yes. I'm going to guess you're going to say yes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Eagles this year. I love Jalen Hurts as a fantasy quarterback. They're not making the playoffs this year. Questions at the running back position. A.J. Brown, okay. Devontae Smith, what does his step forward this year look like? Jordan Davis, hell of a draft pick. I think he's going to be a menace with an already stacked defensive front. But I say the Lions can take that game easily. That's a toss-up game. That's a game that the Eagles can very, very easily lose. And I think the Lions have a great opportunity. I'm going to be putting money on the Lions week one.
I hope you're right. I really do. That'd be a hell of a way to start the season, to get a win at home against the team that wrecked us last year. They literally abducted us like aliens and probed us. And so I don't like being probed, so I'd love to get that.
Yeah, the Lions weren't happy with me last year during that game.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Now, there was like a TikTok post, and they commented on it. I don't remember what the conversation was. It was basically like they made like fun of – I don't think they made fun. They were being smart asses about something. And I think we were 8 at the time. And I replied like, how about you focus on winning a game instead of replying to social media comments?
Hashtag facts. That's called the statement right there.
Yeah, I was very frustrated, but –
man, these people focusing on you, and they got to win. They ain't win a football game at that point. Yeah, priorities. Hashtag
I'm
F.
a victim. I'm a victim, man. Nobody knows my story, dude.
Adam Baydoun, he never calls anyone out. He never does anything.
Yeah.
He's a victim.
Mike, I started the show last year, August fucking 12th. All right? I didn't have time. It was my first show ever in my life. Zero experience into this. I walk in, this fucking team starts 0-8. Like, what am I supposed to do? That's not fair to me.
Drugs.
You know, and here we are, almost a year later.
Drugs. Alcoholism. How many tight ends we keep on the roster? I'm going to go ahead and just say we keep 3.
Yeah, 3. I think that's 3's an easy number.
Adam, what do you think about keeping 3 quarterbacks on the roster, and how many wide receivers do we keep on the roster?
I think you keep I think you should only keep 2. They will keep all 3 quarterbacks. That's not going to change. I think the Lions have made that very clear. I don't know what you do with Cephus, man. I don't. So I'm not sure how to answer that. I really don't. You have Chark, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, all ahead of him. I don't know. I don't know what you do with Cephus. Maybe you play him in the preseason and he just blows up and then you trade him. I don't know, but he's your wide receiver 5 at this point. So that's a tricky situation.
We got 120 in the building and only 38 likes. Come on, guys. We Lions fans. We're second day of training camp. Get those likes up. Let's at least get to 50. Come on, man. Let's get those likes up. What if any impact do you guys think Megatron will have on Jameson Williams? I don't know. I know he said he would love to, mentor him. Will that happen? I don't know. So I'm going to say none. I just don't know if anything really actually happens. What do you think, Adam?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Calvin's a guy you want to learn on how to conduct yourself off the field. Would love that for Jameson Williams. I think Calvin's an underappreciated route runner. I think there's a ton he can learn. I think it would be great for Jameson. Whether or not that's part of Calvin's deal to get his money back, I don't know, but I think it's a win-win.
Do you think the Eagles sleep on us and leave town without kneecaps? I don't think they're sleeping on us. I don't think any team is going to be sleeping on us. But do they leave with kneecaps?
I'll put it this way. The Lions will be one of the 10 teams this year that you look at your schedule and like, fuck us, man. Like, do we really have to play them right now? Not because they're better than you, not because they're overwhelmingly more talented, because the Lions this year, in my opinion, are going to be a pain in the ass to play against.
Physical team.
Very physical, very deceptive, very unpredictable. Again, it's not a Super Bowl team, but if I'm a head coach and I got to prepare for that offense, well, where do I start? If I focus on stopping the run, Jameson Williams can take the top off me. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a menace. He's always going to be open underneath. Hell, he can run very good intermediate routes. You still have DJ Chark and Josh Reynolds to account for. Oh, did I mention the fucking tight end? Like, that's a problem. That's a problem.
You got a head coach that's willing to go for it on 4th down way more than any other head coach in the NFL. Trick plays.
I think that's an anomaly.
Aggressive.
He's aggressive, but I don't think it's going to happen again this year. They were the worst 3rd down team in the NFL. Last season, I expect them to really skyrocket, maybe middle of the pack in terms of 3rd down efficiency. I think they're going to be really good on 3rd down this year.
Does Swift take a huge leap here by my guy, the Dern, my good friend? I think he does take a leap. It's all about health. If he stays on the field, he's going to take a leap. He's looking so good so far in camp, running the football out of the backfield as a wide receiver. He's a weapon, offensive line stout, better wide receivers around him, can block as well. I think he's going to get some big yards if he's on the field. I think he will if he stays on the field. Adam, I know you're real high on him.
Swift could be easily comeback player of the year. I mean, he has potential to lead the NFC, if not maybe even the NFL, dare I say, in scrimmage yards. He has that much talent. Are you going to be on the field? I mean, that's really the question.
Biggest question there, and that's the one we have yet to see. Do you think Aidan Hutchinson will have 10 or more sacks this year? I have not heard your take on this. Do you think he has 10-plus sacks?
I've got my over-under at 8.5 right now.
8.5.
That's where I think 8.5. I could live with 7, and anything more obviously than 8.5 would make me very excited. But I don't know. I don't see 10. I don't see 10. I would love to see it.
I got 10. I think he gets to 10 sacks, 17 games. I think with better talent on the defensive line, it's going to give him some matchups. He'll win some of those matchups. I'd love to get more than that, but I think he can get to 10. We'll see. We'll see, though. We'll see. If Goff plays bad this year, is it time to move on and draft one in the first round? Adam, if Goff plays like cheeks, if he plays terrible, what do you think about getting a quarterback in the draft?
Do it 100%. It's not even a question. You have the draft capital, and if he plays bad, I expect this team not to be a good football team this year. So what we're looking at in context, we're looking at Jared Goff having an awful season. You're picking, let's say, in the top 7. You move up into the top 2, maybe top 3. You get the guy you want. You trade away the Rams pick. You trade away a future second, maybe 2 seconds. Who knows? I don't know what the trade looks like. The point is, you walk in a year 3 with a rookie quarterback and Dan Campbell. And you look at Dan in the face and you say, hey, we know it's been rough the first 2 years, but we're looking for a lot of improvement this year. You were a 5-win team or a 3-win team year 1, a 5-win team year 2. Like, we have a rookie quarterback. We want to see him shine. We can live with not the most amount of wins year 1, as long as our rookie quarterback is developing and progressing. But if that's not the case, Dan, you got to get the fuck out. So that's what that situation looks like.
Goff is terrible this year. You got to take quarterback. I'm not playing around at this point. There's a lot of talent on this football team. The offense is ready. We got weapons there, offensive line, tight ends, running back, wide receivers. If he sucks, you get the quarterback. You finish this freaking thing. You got a rookie quarterback for 5 years on his rookie deal. You got a lot of money to spend in free agency. You build that bad boy up and you start competing, because we can't be doing no 5 wins, 6. We can't suck. All right, at year 3, you got to be able to really make that jump. I'm not patient and waiting another 6, 7 years. No, we got to do it now. Take the quarterback if Jared Goff is awful. This draft is filled with quarterbacks. Take it. Take advantage of it. Jeez, no more wait. Do you wish Aaron Rodgers was in the movie Con Air and he would throw himself out? Absolutely. I wish he would throw himself out right into a airplane engine and it shreds him up into multiple pieces. I think that would be fantastic for the NFL community as a whole and for my brain. I absolutely do. No doubt about it. Adam, what is your prediction for the Lions division record?
All right, I'll give you the whole division. Vikings win the division at 12-5. The Packers finish in second with 10-7. The Lions at third at 8-9, and the Bears fourth at 0-17.
Holy crap! You got the Bears not winning a football game. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, fuck the Bears, man.
I don't...
And I'm actually really upset.
Go ahead.
Because I like Justin Fields. I love the character. I love the charisma. I love the person. I don't like what I'm seeing on. And you go out and get him a defensive coordinator as your head coach. Fuck you, Chicago. I hope you go 0-34 for the next 2 years. You don't deserve a damn thing.
They have the worst offensive line in football. Their wide receiver core is the worst in football. Justin Fields is set up for absolute failure over there. And I actually liked him last year in the draft. And they have done everything to make sure he fails in Chicago. I think they got a mess on their hands. I don't know what is going on with their leadership there. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Hashtag Adam, what's the cocaine you're looking for Lions throughout this season?
I'm looking for the cocaine of competent coaching decisions. I'm looking for the cocaine of Ben Johnson to take this offense to a new level. I'm looking for the cocaine, honestly. I want to see Jeff Okudah on the field playing good football. I want to see Swift on the field. I want to see Hutchinson on the field. I want guys that have been injured to stop getting fucking hurt and be on the field so we can figure out what the hell this team looks like. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for a division. I'm not asking for a Super Bowl this year. Just I want the players we need to make a decision on. I want to see what they look like. And if Okudah is a great corner and I need to shut the hell up and stop calling him a bust, great. I would love that. But please, I'm looking for the health cocaine. That's it. I just want this team to ride along. I want the players to play as many games as possible. So when the season's over, we can have a conversation and say, this was nice, this wasn't, this was good, this was bad, he's not the right fit, he's good. That's the conversation I just want to have.
I got an interesting question for you because you're talking about the injury bug. What happens if Taylor Decker gets injured again, he misses multiple games? Would you be willing to part ways with him after this season?
I'd shove a dildo up his ass and kick him out of town. Look, I wanted to trade Decker last season all right, when he was hurt, because I'm not interested in jeopardizing Penei Sewell. But I will say I was wrong, though. I didn't think he could play right tackle. He crushed. And really, it was because he got experience at the left side, caught up to the game of the speed of the game. And then 5-6 weeks, Taylor Decker returns. He goes to the right, and it's like, all right, I got this. So, yeah, Taylor Decker can get the hell out in a heartbeat, but I got to say his contract is friend expensive.
Let me know in the comment section, would you do that if he misses multiple times or if he continues his streaks of false starts and holdings? Would you be willing to move away from Taylor Decker, then move Penei Sewell to the left side, his position, after this season? Should we reach for Jimmy G as a backup quarterback? He's not coming here. Jimmy G's not coming to the Detroit Lions. First off, he's probably looking to be a starter with the Seattle Seahawks or another team. I don't see that happening. Do you see that them going for a Jimmy G?
No, last I checked, it looks like he's going to the Giants. That's what I'm
I
hearing.
heard that rumor too. Yep, Giants. That could be a real good
looks like he's
spot.
going to the Giants. I think it's a great fit. And to be honest with you, if we got Jared Goff for 2 second-round picks, or if we got Jimmy G for 2 second-rounders, I would not like the trade. And 2, he has to start over Goff, so it doesn't make any sense, and none of it makes sense.
100. I agree with you fully right there. It doesn't make any sense. It's like a lateral move, really, in all opinions. So why would you get a guy who doesn't know the system to a guy that understands it? It just doesn't make any sense. How do you think Okudah will do this year? I hope he does really well. I really do. I don't know. I honestly don't know. What is your take on Okudah? What do you think is going to happen with this year?
My take on Okudah is, in his first few seasons, he's never been available. And he's been a bust. He just has been. I'm sorry. Availability is just as much of a reason to be a bust as performance. Having said that, I can go to Arizona, where he was a great in the open field in terms of tackling. He did pick off Kyler Murray. He did have a hell of a game, if anything, his best career game. But outside of that, all I've seen is blown coverages, miscommunication, blown assignments, getting burnt a lot. It's not ideal. That's all I know of Jeff Okudah. I don't know the other side. I would love for him to achieve it, but I don't know that. Do I have confidence? Look, he's a talented kid. He really is. Hardworking, by the way. Great character. If anyone can do it, it is him, but I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah, it's just hope. Please, do it. I want him to succeed so bad because we're talking about the 3rd overall pick. You want that to happen so bad, but I don't know. I have no idea on that. Adam, where does the Lions defense rank by the end of the season?
Anywhere between 18 and 20.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable. 100%.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of improvement there. It's a lot of improvement.
I think that is.
That's what spots up. That's all they can do. They're so inept at linebacker. If teams get past the front 4, I mean, you're gonna have an issue.
Overtime 313 would a good question here. If the possibility presents itself, do you see the Lions acquiring Lamar Jackson if he becomes a free agent next year? Should they go for it? So, Jared Goff gone, Lamar Jackson's free agent market. What would you do, Adam?
I would sign him.
I agree.
I would sign him, but everybody in the chat, listen up, all right? Get a fucking history lesson right now. I would sign Lamar Jackson. You become a divisional, perennial team every single year for as long as he is there. But do you want to pay him $60 million? Do you want to pay him $70 million annually? On the open market, someone's going to pay that. I don't know if I want to pay that. I would rather take a shot on a rookie quarterback. And look, I'm not the biggest Lamar Jackson fan. If anything, I think Baltimore ends up handing him a $55 million annual contract by the end of the year, maybe even 60, who knows. But in the open market, he could go for 60, 65 million.
That's such a lot of money. I think he would definitely bring
it. Is, but the cap is going up every year.
Yeah, it is. It is going up. It is going up. You do have a lot of players on rookie deals that help, and we got a lot of cap space. You know, when it comes to Lamar Jackson, he would make this team like you want to run the football, it's over. You're going to run the hell over teams, And you're right. You said I think you'd win the NFC North. I think it would be. I think he's got that talent there.
But
Oh,
what also concerns me though is John Harbaugh is his head coach, and we have Dan Campbell, and Dan Campbell is not John Harbaugh. That is something to consider. I like Lamar. I think he's a nice quarterback. I think he gets a lot of disrespect, but he is. There's a lot of quarterbacks I would rather have than Lamar Jackson. Honestly, I would consider Derek Carr over Lamar Jackson. I would consider easily Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert over Lamar, Patrick Mahomes easily, Josh Allen easily. What Lamar needs to do this year is take the next step in his evolution as a passer. I know he's been accurate. I know last season was important, but he needs to make the throws that you can make in the fourth quarter, in the 2-minute warning, the Matthew Stafford throws, the Tom Brady throws, the Herbert, the Burrow. You need to make those throws, and he hasn't made them enough. He just hasn't. That's the reality. You can win with him, but I'm not pulling out the Brinks truck for a quarterback that I'm not sure can get me through the 2-minute warning, and that's where most games are decided.
where would you rank him for quarterbacks in the NFL?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I released a top 10 list of my top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, and I'm going to read it off to you, and you let me know what you think. Where is it? Let me check my email. Because it was pretty controversial. People weren't happy about it at all.
Nothing
I'm gonna find
controversial
it
comes
for you.
out of your mouth, man.
Me, never.
Never.
Me, never. I'm a saint, dude.
Well, he looks for that.
never
I
said-
would draft a quarterback, Dr. Detroit, kind of no matter what, even if we're talking about a backup guy, someone to learn. I do not like the idea of not having a young quarterback behind Jared Goff. I would love to have a guy. Whatever round you want to talk. If they were bad, I would like to get one in the first round. If they were really good, I'll take one in the later rounds to develop. We need to get a young guy in there. David Blau's not it. Tim Boyle's not it. Nothing wrong with developmental player.
So my top 10 quarterbacks, here's what I got. Patrick Mahomes, number 1. Josh Allen at number 2. Brady, number 3. Stafford, number 4. Burrow, number 5. Rodgers, number 6. Herbert, number 7. Russell Wilson, 8. Lamar, 9. And Derek Carr, 10.
How's that a controversial? I don't really say that at all.
Aaron Rodgers' bitch ass is down to 6. People don't like that.
Well, he's not what he used to be. Let's be honest here. He's a little bit older. He's longer in the tooth. He's not what he used to be 5 years ago. He's still a really damn good quarterback, but he's not Patrick Mahomes level right now. Come on. Stafford won the same amount of Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
Stafford has more game-winning drives in one single postseason with the Rams in the playoffs than Aaron Rodgers has in the last 11 years.
100%. 100%. I don't see any controversy there. I love Josh Allen. I think that guy is a stud. I think he is a beast of a quarterback. And, yeah, but Deshaun Watson's probably not, I don't even know if he's going to play this year.
I'm not putting him in there. I need to know what the hell's going on. If he's in there, he's a top 10 quarterback 100%.
Yeah. We don't know what's going on with him. There's a good chance, like I said, he's not going to play at least half the season. I know that for a fact, but he hasn't even played, in 2 years now or almost 2 years?
Yeah, no, a season. Just last year. He missed out last year.
Are you worried that if he went to safety, is Kerby not looking good? Not worried at all. We do a lot of 3 safety sets on our defense.
Yeah, but it's kind of disguised too, right? You have some lining up in the box. You have you actually play single high safety a lot. You'll see single high with a safety in the box, whether it's to blitz the quarterback, support the run, or just cover in the slot. Again, options. We talk about this. This team's going to have so many options.
A lot of options, and that's what you want. And you just want to get the best 11 on the field, regardless of what position they're at. So I love Ifutu Melifonwu. Freaking that dude is fantastic to me. I really like him. The sky's the limit, I think. Folks, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get to 75 likes. We're about to close this bad boy out. Adam, what do you got to say to the folks right now we're about to end this thing?
Make sure you subscribe and like MicroMike shit, or I'll fuck you up. That's number 1. Number 2, I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. Mike, thanks for always having me on, bud. I appreciate it. You're awesome. We got to get you reoccurring once the season starts. Got to get you on.
100%. 100%. I got the time. We got to get on there for sure. For sure, man. You know I get on there, have a good time with you guys. Adam works really hard, regardless if he likes his takes or not. This dude is an insane worker. He's nuts. So make sure you go ahead and check him out in the morning, killing it. All Woodward Sports, Woodward Heavyweights. They're trying to get their show going, so check that out. They're doing a lot of good stuff over there, folks. I appreciate hanging out, and I'll see you on LNU here in a couple of minutes. Adios.